Growing up, I've always had experiences or encounters with mysterious circumstances surrounding my life. In the early part of my life, one of the things that I experienced was that my dad told me that when I was being given birth to, all the lights shut down at the hospital. And those days, there were no generators, there were no standby generators that could power the hospital. So when everything is shut down, either the patient dies, the mother loses his child, and everything, becomes something else. So he said, one of the things that you should be careful about is that you are not just a child, but you are a child of God. That means you have an assignment. You have an assignment over your life. So I knew that if God did not allow me to die when I was a baby coming out of my mother's womb, and at the time in the moment when the hospital lights went off, the generators couldn't power the hospital. But however, the machinery that was helping the doctors and the nurses to operate, even in the operation room, were the only ones that were functioning, even though the lights were off. The lights were off. I knew then that I wasn't just ordinary person, but I know that I belong to the supreme being. I belong to the God of heaven. So I was always careful in my dealings, in my situations, however. I knew that I'm fallible, I make mistakes, and the environment also did not allow me to live the kind of life that I desire, that I wanted to live, even as a child. As early as 2 years, 3 years, 4 years, growing up, I was always in love with going to the house of God. And bringing you to this story, be careful how you raise your children, because the experiences that you give them in terms of the encounters, the opportunities that you give them, in terms of what you expose them to, what is going to become of them when they grow older. Don't take things for granted when you find yourself in a situation where you know that this has a special gift, this child has a special gift, this child is special. You need to pay attention to it, not just pay attention to it, but you need to be able to nurture that giftings, nurture that mystery, keep that secret. And according to the Bible says that, and Samson's mother and father knew that Samson was not just ordinary child, and so they kept it close to their heart. All right. So I would advise every parent there, if you ever find yourself the opportunity to see that